Okay, I'm Zachary Looney, and today I'm going to be talking about tariffs. And what tariffs are is they are a tax on imported and exported goods. So there's three main reasons why tariffs probably won't work out for us, and they haven't worked out in the past. These are why tariffs are bad. Is the first thing is that consumers are the ones who actually pay for the tariffs. Businesses aren't gonna eat the cost of a tariff. They're just gonna raise the price, and so the consumer is the one who it hurts their pocket and makes inflation go crazy. The second thing is that we tried using tariffs back in the 1930s. They actually instituted some tariffs back in 1929, and it didn't go as they wanted it to. Tariffs, they thought it would be a good idea to bring more things back into the US economy as globalization kind of started back then, and it didn't work great for them. The last thing is it's bad for our trade relationships. So we have many trade relationships around the world, and it really affects us strongly, and it makes people mad in other countries. So the first thing is that consumers are the ones that are paying for these tariffs. This shows how Trump's new tariffs are projected to hurt different consumer groups. This is divided out by income. And as you can see, even the top 1% are affected by almost 1% due to these tariffs. So say Apple makes their iPhone in China and they import the goods over here, and Trump ends up charging like a $400 tariff on that good. Then they're not going to eat the cost of that, so the price of the iPhone will go from $1,200 to $1,600, and it just makes everything more expensive for everybody. And so people, when things are expensive, just stop spending their money, and the economy really starts to go down and down and down. So it never ends up good because the businesses don't eat the cost, and so it makes inflation go way up. Savings rates go way up because inflation is so high, and things just get extra pricey. The second reason on why these tariffs are bad is in the 1930s they actually implemented these tariffs, and things didn't go according to plan how they were thinking. So as you can see by this chart, in May 28th, 1929, they passed these tariffs in their House, and things actually went up for a while. People were hopeful about these tariffs. This line represents U.S. equities, and then things went down, and then things just kept going down and down and down until the people who actually proposed the tariffs, that's who Smoot and Hawley were, is they were the ones who thought that these tariffs would be a good idea. They implemented a ton of tariffs, mostly agricultural and things like that. Once they left office and they got rid of the tariffs, things actually started to even out and go back to normal. So they thought that these tariffs, they had the Great Depression here at this time, and they thought that these tariffs would be able to help them and boost the U.S. economy. They thought it would stop people from going outside the U.S. to manufacture goods or to buy things, and people would bring their business back into the U.S., and that just didn't end up happening. Things just got more expensive because you either have to pay the tariff or you have to pay for the labor here in the United States, which can be almost double or triple what you're going to be paying somewhere else. So things just go way up in price, and as you can see by this graph, once these tariffs were taken out, things just started to go back to normal. So we really have a global economy nowadays, and we can't go without each other. We really have to make deals with other people, and that's the third point on why tariffs are bad, is it really affects our trade relationships. So our trade relationships, we have trade all over the world. We trade with China, we trade with Europe, we trade with everybody, and when we put tariffs on them, they're likely to put retaliatory tariffs back on us. So it just starts these trade wars that really hurts the economy and stops everybody from producing products and everything like that. Like, say we produce here mostly technology and stuff like that, and we ship it all over the world, like Microsoft Word and stuff like that. If another country puts tariffs on something, then not as many people in their country are going to buy it. And so it really moves us towards a more isolationist world like we had before World War II and everything like that. Our global market has grown exponentially since then, and they've really developed a lot of things like a currency that, like, everything is based kind of off the U.S. dollar, and we do a lot of trade with these other countries, and we depend on them. Like, we get a lot of plastics from other countries, and they get a lot of things from us that they need. So if they put these retaliatory tariffs nowadays, and we don't end up buying stuff from other countries, yes, you would think the U.S. economy would be better because we have all the jobs here and everything is here. But what happens is things get too expensive, and then companies end up going out of business because they can't afford to pay their people. Nobody wants to buy their products. They're not selling enough. So, in conclusion, these are the three reasons why the tariffs are bad. It's bad for the consumer. The business almost never eats the cost, so things just go up in price and inflation goes crazy. The last time they tried this in the 1930s, things just went worse and worse and worse, even after the Great Depression. So once they relieved those tariffs, things went back to normal. And the last thing is there's a negative impact on our trade relationships, and we stop trading with people and become more isolationists, and we kind of give up on that global economy. Those are my sources.